Hey, I'm Michael Stevens from Vsauce, and I am in an instant. My tips for people who are looking to kick up their game to the next level is you gotta just kick and kick and kick, meaning make a lot of content. The more things you make, the more lessons you'll learn. When I started Vsauce, I was doing 3 videos a week, and they weren't nearly as satisfying to me. Like, I didn't feel like they were these beautiful gems that I'd worked forever on, but that wasn't what was important then. It was important to just make a lot of content and read all the feedback and really learn what worked, what I liked doing, what topics I liked, which ones I didn't. And now I'm able to, make what I know is gonna make me happy because I've already made hundreds of videos that didn't. I love Gus Johnson. He's doing little comedic videos that, like, I don't know, I feel like sometimes are hard to do in the ecosystem today on the internet, especially on YouTube, where there's this feeling that you need long content to really get blessed by the algorithm. But yet he's managing to do it with little 30-second videos, little visual jokes that nonetheless are getting shared on social, especially on Reddit. Shout out to YouTube Haikus. And, he's doing it. And I love his work, and I don't know how he keeps being so clever. I would run out of ideas after I did 3 funny videos. That's why I stick with science. There's no end to what we don't know. My creative process is basically me hearing something or reading something that makes me go, what? How is that possibly true? Or what? That is the opposite of what I thought. And then I look into it more, and if it's really confusing me, then I know that it's perfect, because I need every episode to challenge me and be really confusing to me. Otherwise it's not gonna, feel worth it. I have to make sure that these episodes are each new one is my baby, and I'm not just shoveling stuff out there, but I'm really making what I think is what I would need to tell my friends about when I had coffee with them. So when you watch a Vsauce episode, you're basically hanging out with me and hearing me tell you what I've been obsessed with for the last month. If I could give advice to my younger self, I wouldn't. I think that would freak me out if a future Michael Stevens appeared and told me stuff to avoid or do differently, because then I would second guess everything that I did, and I would get so hung up on, oh my gosh, how is this going to affect me long term? The future Michael said it would. I've always just kind of lived sort of day to day. I wake up and I do what I think is going to be difficult but achievable that day, and I'm not making long-term goals. In 5 years, I want to be doing this, because you're probably not going to achieve those long-term goals, but not because you failed, because things changed and you changed. So I just do in little segments for a day or a week or maybe just an hour what I think needs to be done, and then now I'm here. I always wanted to be a scientist. I always wanted to be a physicist. I wanted to be Albert Einstein Jr. And then I also, however, wanted to be a famous actor. So, right, how do you do both of those? Well, I don't know. I mean, you couldn't really until YouTube existed, and all of a sudden you could have this distribution pathway that allowed you to reach millions of people, but it could be about science. It could be about math, and you could find millions of people that wanted to hear about that. That's incredible. I didn't exist when I was a kid. I had just the one shelf of science books in my library, and that was it. And now kids today, man, they're all geniuses. I don't have a fact that everyone should know. I've got some good little fun pieces of trivia, like the fact that there is no green mammal. There are bugs that are green, there are plants that are green, but no mammals are green. The sloth doesn't count because it's green only because of moss that grows on it, and the moss is not part of the sloth, it's a plant. But I think really Vsauce isn't about facts, it's about perspectives. And I would leave you with this. We don't know how many people there are. We all probably live lives. Us in this room, us watching this, we all have ID cards, we all have addresses, we all, we're all counted. that the census knows we exist, but we only know the population of the Earth to like the nearest few 100 million people. That's crazy. My social media horror story, I don't think I have one, simply because I am so obsessive about avoiding them. I spell check every tweet, and I then, after sending the tweets, look over them again and again and again, and I will delete them if they're wrong. I don't even apologize. I'm just like, look, I don't want anyone to know. Well, I do want people to know about the mistake and that I fixed it, but like, fingers crossed, I still have not had one of those horror stories where like an automated tweet comes out at the wrong time, or I think I'm DMing someone, but actually I'm very paranoid. I wouldn't even say anything that could be taken the wrong way in a direct message, or in any kind of like, even in an email. I will call if I have to say something that I think out of context could be twisted to look wrong. So yeah, I'm like, not Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but Buffy the social media horror story slayer. There are always social media questions that come from people about, is this you? Like, I saw this guy in a coffee shop and he kind of looks like you. Or, hey, I saw this guy in a porn movie, is it you? And it's not me, but thank you, I take it as a compliment. And I just sort of, let it happen, because as soon as I get involved, that would kill the fun.